Hello, grade 9 students. This is homework day 4 or else week 4 discussion, and this is related to the theory 4 video. If you have watched the theory 4 video, I have asked you to do few sums. So that is exercise 7 and 7 star. We have come to the end of the unit 1, number 1 portion. So then you are supposed to do exercise 7 and 7 star. So here, before moving to the sums, I'm planning to discuss the word problems. Why? The most of the students, they are struggling with the word problems. So then I thought to discuss them first, right? And when you are doing the, wait, I will get my whiteboard. Right. So then when you are doing the word problem, children, that you want to read it carefully. And while reading, you can write down the important things, then it's easier for you. And the other thing we want to keep in our mind, when it comes to the word problem, whatever the workings you are doing, your answer should be in word, right? So that means simply you want to conclude the answer in words. Here that I'm taking exercise 7, question number 9. Last two questions are word problems. Geela has 20 liters of yogurt that she wants to put into pots containing 1/4 liters each. How many pots can she fill? Now you just see that how many liters she has. She has 20 liters, and she's going to divide this by what? She's going to divide this that 1/4 liter contains. So then 1/4 liters. Right? So then when we are doing the sum, we don't want to worry about this unit because both of them are the same unit. So then instead of 20, I write 20/1 divided by 4 times 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5/4, right? So then here it is 20/1 multiplied by 4/5. Then we'll see whether we can simplify this. 5 times 1 and 5 times 4. 4 times 4, 16. So that's the sum. And that how many pots can she fill? So then you conclude your answer. She can fill 16 pots. This is how you want to conclude your answer, right? So 20 liters, that's the whole content she has. And she is going to divide this into small pots or the portions. That one portion is 1/4. So then when I divide, it gives me 16. That means she can fill 16 pots. Okay. Then we will move to question number 10. Gil wears a device that counts the number of steps she takes every day. Right? So then let's say that it's a device that at the end of the day that she can check that how many steps she has taken. One day she did 1/15 of her steps before the breakfast. Let's say that she has a plan. She had a plan that I want to have this number of steps. So that's her plan. Out of that, she has taken 1/15 of her steps before breakfast, a further half walking into the town, and another 1/10 walking around the supermarket, right? So first of all that we want to write down, then before the breakfast, she has taken, so then 1/15, right? So then to the town, and she goes to the town. How many steps that she has taken? Half. And in the supermarket, inside the supermarket, she has taken 1/10. So then the total number of steps she has taken, what they ask, taken yet. So then we are taken yet. So then how do you get? So you add everything. 1 over 15 and 1 over 2 and 1 over 10. So how we are going to do this? You know that you want to have the denominator. So common one, it is 30, right? So then we write it that the 30. And then the top we do have 2, 15 and 3. Altogether it gives me 20 over 30. What's the question? The total number of steps she was not taken, right? The steps were not taken. So then the number of steps were not taken should be what? Steps were not taken. It should be 30 out of 30. From the whole thing, you deduct 20 out of 30. It gives me 10 out of 30. And you can write 1/3. Okay. So then she has not taken that much. So then that day, the device recorded 12,000 steps. So at the end of that day, it recorded 12,000 steps. That means for the whole day, she has taken 12,000 steps. So at the end of the day, when you check your device, that if you see 12,000, that means for the whole day that you have taken 12,000 steps. But the earlier, here in this question, they explained that how many steps she took before the breakfast, and then she was walking to the town. Another portion, she was walking around inside the supermarket. So then that doesn't mean that her day was over, right? So then let's say that she comes back to home, and then maybe that she's doing something at home. She should have the activities too. They have explained that uh, taking few steps before the breakfast and walking to the town and walking inside the supermarket, those are just a few actions she has taken for the whole day. There can be many more actions or the steps which she has taken the latter part of the day. Somehow, at the end of the day, when you check the device, it shows 12,000 steps. That means for the whole day, she has taken 12,000. So then how we are going to take that how many steps were not taken? Then we know as a fraction, she has not taken 1/3 of steps, right? 1/3 of the steps. So then the number of steps she has, number of steps were not taken. How do you get that? 1/3 of the total steps. So that is, it gives me 4,000 steps. Here, the most of the students, they get the wrong answer because they are not reading this part. They think that day device recorded 12,000 steps. This 12,000 represent up to the supermarket. But here specifically they mentioned that day. That means at the end of the day. And 12,000 steps, that is the total number of steps she has taken. And how many steps were not taken yet, in the sense that how many steps she has taken after the supermarket story. She went to the supermarket, she walked to the town, and she went to the supermarket, and she walked around in the supermarket. After that, until she completes her day, how many steps she has not taken. So then that is 4,000 steps she has not taken. These much of steps were not taken, right? So then we will move to exercise 7 star, question number 9. Holly drinks 4 over 5 liters of water each day. The water comes in 1 2 over 5 liter bottles. That let's say that we do have the small bottles, and then she drinks, right? So then for the whole day she has taken 2 4 over 5. The total water intake is 2 4 over 5 liters. And then at once that she can have 1 2 over 5 water intake from her bottle. That here we want to see that how many bottles she drinks per week. If you didn't notice this also, you get a total different answer. I'll show you that how it works. 2 4 over 5, right? So then she water intake 2 4 over 5. And then you want to divide it by 1, 2 over 5, because that's the 2 over 5, that's the content of the bottle. Here it is 14 over 5, and then divide by 7 over 5. So it gives me 14 over 5 multiplied by 5 over 7. 5 and 5 cancelled, and 7 times 1, 7 times 2. Most of the students, they keep the final answer as 2, and they just say the 2 bottles. But did you see the question? You want to find how many bottles does Holly drink in a week. So then here that we can write, she takes 2 bottles per day. Hence, she takes 14 bottles. How I got it? 2 bottles per day and 7 days. 14 bottles per week. This is how you conclude your answer, right? So then we will move to the next word problem you do have. Here what they are talking, Jake's computer has 2 hard drives that can store the same amount of data. So then here that computer, the computer, and then let's say the drive 1, and then drive 2. While reading that, I'm just having a sketch like this. So you just see that your everything, I had kind of an idea that the total number of steps she has taken yet. That kind of, while reading the question, you can have a sketch like this, or you can draw something, or you can list down what she has or what they have mentioned. Now here in the first drive, 3/8 full, right? So then here full, 3/8. So definitely the empty portion is what then? That here empty portion is 5 over 8, right? So then the drive 1, that the full and empty, I want to check. Both of them have the same capacity. If they, though they are talking about the different fractions, 2 over 5 is full, 2 over 5. Therefore, 3 over 5 should be empty, right? So then the empty total, how do you get that? You just imagine. So before thinking about that, here we convert both into same denominator version, 40 and 40, right? Here it is 25 and here it is 24. Now you just imagine out of 40, 25 empty. Here out of 40, 24 pieces empty. You just imagine this is a cake and you cut it into 40 pieces. Out of 40 pieces, we know 25 pieces are small, the empty. And the second drive also that we cut it into 40 pieces. Out of 40 pieces, 24 pieces are empty. So total empty is what? So now we know total empty, we calculate how. So it should be out of 80 because that is 40 pieces you had and 40 pieces you had. Altogether you have 80 pieces, right? So then out of 80, the first one you have 25 pieces empty and the second one you have 24 empty. So then that is 49. So then what they ask, the fraction of total amount, what fraction? Fraction of the total amount of the storage empty space that we can write it. Empty storage will be, that is 49 out of 80. Hope it is clear, right? So you just imagine that what I did, I just drew that what they are talking. inside her computer that she had two drives, drive 1 and drive 2. Both of them have the same capacity. So then the first one 3/8 full and the second one 2/5 full. With that, I can recognize that the empty portion, then the 3/8 is full. That means 5/8 empty. So then the 2/5 is full and 3/5 is empty. That is how it works. So then to compare and add and everything, first of all, both of them should be in the same platform. Therefore, I converted both the fraction into the common denominator 40, right? So then when I converted the numerators, it gives me 25/40 and 24/40. You just imagine now you have two cakes. The first cake I have cut into 40 pieces and the second one I have cut it into another 40 pieces. Altogether, initially I have 80 pieces. Out of 40 pieces, the first one, let's say that you have eaten a certain portion and now I can see 25 pieces on the tray. And when I look at the second tray, that is also that I cut it into 40 pieces. Out of 40, that the few portions or the few pieces you have consumed. So then 24 pieces left. Altogether, how many pieces now I have? For 25 and 24, that is 49 out of what? Out of 80, because that I cut it into 40/40 in both the on both the trays. I can see 80 pieces. Out of 80 pieces, now I can see 49 in both the fractions, both the devices, right? So then they ask, each hard drive can store 750 gigabytes of data. Jack wants to download 150 gigabytes. Does he have enough space? So we want to check that. First, we will check. First divide it is 150 and 750. And then the other one is 750. Altogether, you have 1500 storage. Out of 1500 storage, if that the 49/80 is empty, right? First you calculate and see how it works. So then you had 1500 and from that 49/80 is empty. So then the empty gigabyte is 918.75, right? So that is, yes, that is gigabyte, no? So then you write here gigabyte, right? So then what she wants to download, she wants to download 150 gigabyte. So then the 150 gigabyte is smaller than 918.75 gigabyte. So therefore, yes, she can download it. She can download it. Okay, so that is all about the word problems. Now we are moving to the other problems. So then these are very simple ones. So then you just look at the answers and see whether you have followed the steps like this. Okay. Right. So then here I have shown you the steps of all the other sums. See whether you have got the answers like this. But very importantly, do you want to see whether you have followed the steps, right? And here in question number 2, I have used different colors, but you are not allowed to use the green, red like this. Instead, what you can do, you can use the same color. But here I have shown you, now you know that what are the numbers I have taken for the simplification. In this case, 13 and 26 and 3 and 6. That is why I use different colors to show you. But when you are doing, you can do it step by step. So I'll slowly move the screen like this. See whether you get the answers like this. So then I don't think that I want to explain these things. These are very simple things which you have done in grade 6, 7, 8 also. But just to refresh that we want to go through all these lessons, see whether you have done the steps like this. You pause the video and see whether you have done it well. If not, follow the steps and get it. And by any chance, if you can't understand anything, please comment in the video itself, right? And here I have done something in part B, children. Before converting the mixed numbers into improper fraction, I have taken this positive 1 over 5 first, because that I want to collect the like terms together, terms in the sense that the both of them are the positive numbers. So then it's easier for me that first I add them together and then do the subtraction. Why I'm doing like that? Sometimes when I'm trying to do the subtraction first, that I might be having a negative number. So then it's difficult for me to do that. So what I do, I take the positive values first and I add them, and then I do the subtraction, right? Just I change the order, and the rest of the steps are same as the other sums. Okay, that's the only difference I did. Then here you just see how I have done step by step. Use the curly bracket like this and follow the BODMAS, right? Always that you want to follow the BODMAS, and you know, if you come across with division and multiplication, first you check whether you can do the division, right? So then if you can't do the division, only that you do the multiplication step and come back to the division. If not, always you want to do the division first. Here that the third example you just see in question number 4. So then sometimes that the one child can decide that 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2, 8, and 8 divided by 8. So then it gives you a total different answer. But here that we can do the division. So first you do the division, then the multiplication. But when you come across with a situation that first you can't do the division and you can't get the whole number, then you do the multiplication and do it. That's fine. And see whether you got the answers like this. And question number 5 and 6, that is something you want to do with the practice children. So take the pencil, practice again and again, erase it, that where to put the bracket and all, practice it again and again and do it. So then I'll show you how that the exercise 7 star. Here also I use different colors to show you the simplification. You can see, though I'm moving my screen, you can pause the video and mark the answers. And here also I did the same thing. Can you remember the positive numbers that I wrote together and I added them? Then I did the subtraction like this. And here see that how I have done the BODMAS questions. You want to do step by step. First the bracket. So then the index, division, multiplication. But here inside the bracket you come across with the addition, you do it, right? Inside, if you can remember that I explained this. So how the VIP treatment will be done, that when the superior person is there, but another, the junior person is attached to the VIP person, that we have to treat both of them together. So here inside the bracket, you have the addition, and then we have to add them. So to solve the bracket, otherwise we can't solve the bracket. That is why we do the addition first. Otherwise, the addition is in the latter part of the journey, right? So then here we just see how I have done this one. Step by step, 2 times 2, I have done 4. So then 2 plus 4, it is 6, something like that. Okay. Right. Hope it is clear for all of you. The next step you want to do, today's homework, take only 25 minutes, right? Don't take more than that. Time it 25 minutes and do this page. That will be your homework, and that is the end of unit 1, number 1. So page 17. So then you want to do the whole page within 25 minutes. Let's say, children, that within 25 minutes you can't complete this. Don't worry. Let's say you are writing in blue pen. Now you see that 25 minutes gone. You complete it, but not in blue color, but in black color. Then you know within given 25 minutes how many sums you could be able to complete, and then the rest of the black color ones you did beyond the time frame, right? So then the next, when we are having the next exam style question, that we exam practice questions, that we want to improve this, that with the time you should have only the blue color ones. That means within 25 minutes you are managing the whole sums, right? So then the next video will be the exam practice discussion. Okay, children, see you then. Bye.